Morning everybody, happy Wobble Gob Wednesday. I thought I'd join you this morning for breakfast, so I've got my porridge, got my cup of tea. Thought I'd just do my Wobble Gob while I'm up and about first thing this morning, thanks to Duncan who decided to wake me up at 5:30. It was not very funny, but there you go, that's cats for you. Hope you're all well today. Got a little desk full of goodies to share with you and talk through this morning. So this week, oh blimey, did I come? I wasn't here. Was I here last week? I can't remember. Weeks are just flying by. I don't think I was. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm here this week. So welcome to Wobble Gob Wednesday. I hope you're really well. Looking outside in Brighouse, we've got beautiful sunshine, which is absolutely gorgeous. Still a bit chilly, but it's lovely. And that sunshine, oh, and all the plants are growing in my garden. And it's lovely. I just hope that that beast from the east that they kept threatening is going to come at Easter doesn't come, because I could do with getting some gardening done at the moment. Anyway, so what we're doing on my desk, lots and lots and lots of things on here. So what sort of a week have I had? It's not been a bad week since last week. Mind you, I say that. Thursday wasn't good. Thought I'd got vertigo back again, ended up got a migraine, so ended up with a day off, which didn't like me. Stayed in bed as well till lunchtime, which is definitely not like me. But one of the things that I did do on Wednesday, once I'd got my head around things and I was actually to sit and do something, is I've bundled together all the flag videos. So if you're a member of Ko-fi and you subscribed last year for the flags and you'd just like an easy place to get them all, on my Ko-fi shop there is a download that you can do, a PDF that gives you the link to every single video. If you didn't do it last year and you fancy doing it, then you can go to my website and you can buy it as a workshop. So it's 52 videos, well it's 54 videos because there's 2 to get ready. And you've got a bundle there. So if you didn't actually access the flags last year and you fancy having a go, you can download it and you'll get full access to it. It's not like time limited or anything like that. So once you've got it, you can just work through it at your own pace. If you started it and didn't finish it, it might just give you that bit of an impetus to get it finished. So that was quite exciting that I did that, got all that together, so that's all on there. So what else did we do? Oh, on Thursday as well, that was the thing, yes. So wasn't very well on Thursday, so it was like a double-edged sword because I was meant to be going into work, couldn't go into work, and we were meant to be picking up the van, and I couldn't go with Robert to pick up the van because I couldn't drive because the world was just spinning, it was just crazy. But we've got the van and I've started a Instagram page that's called Brook_Adventure. I'll put a link with the video if you want to follow us doing up our van. I know loads of people do it, we're not videoing it, or there might be little videos, but I'm not doing like another YouTube channel or anything like that. Because I just want to get the van done, but we'll take photos and share what we've been doing and things like that. So if you fancy following us, that'll be on Instagram. We made a start on it this weekend. We've got new seats coming, windows hopefully going to get ordered, so it's very exciting. Got to think of a name for the van as well. It's got to have a name, so that's probably the biggest thing that's happened. Very exciting. So on my desk today, what have I got? So, Yorkshire Buttons. These are Yorkshire Buttons, absolutely gorgeous. It uses a spider's wheel stitch, and you can make templates out of card, but I was doing it for, I can't remember if it was tags or flags or something like that, and I got Robert to 3D print me some sets. So I have these sets, they'll be updated, they're out of stock at the moment on my website. Robert's busy printing me some more. So they're 3D printed and reusable, but they're actually 3D printing. It uses this, it's got mainly cornstarch in it. It's very clever. So eventually they will disintegrate. Obviously that's over quite a long time, but I was just quite conscious I didn't want to make plastic things that were just going to stay as plastic. So I do know that they will eventually just disappear back to cornstarch, obviously not while you're using them. So I made a set of 5 that made you a 1.5 centimetre up to a 2.5 centimetre diameter Yorkshire button. So what tends to happen is the diameter of your circle, your Yorkshire button, is half that. So that was sort of like the size that it was. And a lady contacted me, I think it was Jeanette, asking me if I did bigger ones. So Robert got on the case and he made me some bigger templates. So there's now a 3 centimetre, a 3.5 centimetre and a 4 centimetre diameter. So that's the sort of size of the 4 centimetre. It's quite big. So at the moment we're busy sorting these out, and hopefully these will go on my website sometime next week, so to buy them as a set of 3. I'm printing them in the clear and the yellow, so that if you've already bought the set, these ones you can just add to your actual set. So that's quite exciting. We have gone right the way up to a 6 centimetre template that'll give you a 12 centimetre template that'll give you a 3. Oh, they're here. So these are the other ones that we've got as well. I've not had a chance to try these ones out. So we've even gone bigger to a 45, a 50 and a 60. So that would be a 6 centimetre one. I've still to try these ones out. So these might come a little bit later on. I just haven't had a chance to do them because I'm not sure whether or not we need to change the design or something like that. But they're also possibly some things that might be coming as well in the future once I've had a chance to play around with those. So that's quite exciting. Love a Yorkshire button. So they're Yorkshire buttons. We had Mother's Day last weekend. So happy belated Mother's Day to any type of mums out there, whether you're a mum, grandma, mum to be, haven't been a mum, foster mum, mum, dad, any type of mum at all. I know for some of us it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because I've got my kids, which is lovely. I did have a miscarriage, so I've got one baby that I didn't have. I've lost my mum, and I don't know, it's a very weird one, it's Mother's Day, but it's just lovely. Got breakfast in bed, and the kids didn't kill each other when they were making my pancakes, which was lovely. And then I got taken out to the Vintage Emporium, which is Stockport, Manchester, it's a massive, great big old mill, and it's one floor of it that's lots of individual little antique shops. So it has people in there that do clothing, furniture, like bric-a-brac, wood, absolutely, you can get about anything. But there's number 27, which specialises in having a little haberdashery, so I always end up going there and having a bit of a rummage. But have been really good recently. I've not really bought a lot of stuff, it's just basics. So whenever I see crochet cottons, I'll always get crochet cottons. You can never have enough crochet cottons. And I absolutely love the threads on cards. They're just so nice. And originally I did start collecting them because I just liked the threads on the cards, and I've got loads of them. But as I've always said, I need to use them, because who's going to do something with them? And the threads, especially like you get the silk ones, are just absolutely gorgeous. I just thought those colours are so yummy. And then I love collecting ones that are a little bit unusual. So I'd seen in this one here, you'd got it on a little card. So it's a compact shades for your stockings, I think. Oh, that one's stuck. So how cute is that? Should have 8 on it, but I think they've obviously got taken off or broken off. So that's really cute. And then a few more sort of like natural tones. But it's when you feel them, I mean, that's an extra fine. That is so thin. That's a nylon for your tights or stockings, I suppose. So I just love the colours. I just think they're so yummy. Just really muted, they're not in your face, really delicate, and you can get loads of different thicknesses as well. So you can get like from the mending threads right the way through to the fine. Can you imagine like stitching your stockings? Can't even imagine that. My tights rip and then that's it. I can't imagine actually stitching them. Perhaps I need to start darning. Anyway, so that was very exciting, just getting a few more of those. So no doubt these will start appearing in my projects. And when I've finished, I keep the cards, because I just think they're just delish. Absolutely delicious. It's gorgeous shapes and things like this, because I used some of these in, had Ali Ferguson, oh god, brain's not functioning. Ali Ferguson came last year, we made these houses, and some of the roofs we used the tops of these for the roofs, which was kind of cute. So yeah, so I've just got my basics, my crochet cottons, which will just go in my drawer, and then these will add to my big collection of bits and pieces. One thing I have had in my head for quite a while, and it's a thing that I did last year, tag roulette on YouTube, which is still on there, which was using the 52 tags that we did and choosing 3 random numbers and doing some stitching based on that. And I've had this little thing in my head about making a set of playing cards, and I finally got round to doing it this week. So these are the tag roulette playing cards. So basically they are a picture of each of the tags that I did, and it tells you what week it was and what the theme was. So the idea is, if you're not really sure what you're doing, you can just go through and like just select 1, 2, you might decide I'm going to do 3, select 3 cards, and then, oh no, I've got 4 cards. No, I've got 5 cards. Right, so I've got to make a brooch using a landscape, and it's got to include some seed stitch. So that's the idea with that, is that you can just have a bit of a play if you're stuck on a project, or it could create a new project, or anything. So I'm busy working on these at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a live tag roulette at Duttons for Buttons. I think that's in a few weeks' time, which is in Ilkley, where we're going to be playing the game live. It's a little mini workshop and making some little pieces of textiles and stuff like that based on that. So depending on how popular these seem to be, because I had a look at actually having them made, and you would not believe how much it costs to have a set of cards professionally made. I get it now, because when I made these it did take me quite a while, because I had to print them all, cut them all by hand, and then use a little cutter to do all the corners. So I know they'll have machinery and stuff like that set up. So it was slightly time consuming, but I might do it where it's like a pre-order. So if people fancy a set, you can just pre-order some and then I'll get them made. I just need to work out what card to do it on, because I've done it on this really nice card. It's a recycled card, but because it's not shiny, they do kind of stick to each other. So I don't know if that... I'm surprised I can function a lot of the time. What else? So, my work. I can't remember where I'd got up to with showing you what I'd been up to last week. So this was the last big hoop of my series of 3 that's now finished. So this was a piece of darning that I did on... I'd got... Robert had printed me out, bless him, he's so lovely. Some discs to work from. So these are the discs that I've been working from. So this one was a slightly more curved one that's been covered in wadding and then fabric and then darning. But because it's this idea of circles, 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 rather than having the square, I sort of tried to work it so that the weaving in the middle was circular as well. So that piece is finished now, which I'm very excited about. So that was my first series of 3. I'm then on to my next one. So I've done everything circular so far. So my next little series are going to be squares. So this is the first one that I've done. Done on cotton organza, and then it's been put onto a little canvas. And this one is, it's been exploring all my printing and painting, and then working with little discs that are all wrapped and then twisted and stitched into. So I quite enjoy doing these a little bit smaller, just playing around with this idea that I've got. I have realised when I've put it on it's not 100% straight, but the problem is the circles are straight. It was my stitching that wasn't straight, but I don't mind that it's a little bit offset. And these are quite nice because you can have them whichever way around you fancy. It's meant to go that way. But yeah, I quite liked doing that. So I've got 2 more of those to do as well. And then me being me, got super excited because when I ordered this fabric, I also got some fabric that got circles already on it. So I've got a piece ready. This was based on some work that I'd done in my sketchbook using my paints, and it's a mixture of circles and lines, but continuing this idea of my whole theme and painting on there. So I've got that painted ready to stitch. And the reason I've got these ready to stitch, drum roll, so we're having the first handmade retreat this weekend. So exciting. So there's myself and a group of friends that are going to go, and we're trying out a house in Rothbury, and we're going on Thursday evening. So if you watch out on Instagram, there'll be loads of pictures. Thursday evening, and then on Friday we're going to Alnwick Gardens, so we're going to go to the gardens and go and stitch in the gardens. Saturday we've got a free day at the house, but in the morning the cloth shed is open, which is, I'll tag that as well in on Instagram. That's got an open weekend this weekend. I've wanted to go there for ages, but never sort of matched up me being up there, so it feels like it's meant to be. So we're going there Saturday morning. Then Saturday afternoon we've got a free afternoon, so I know some people are going off walking. I'm taking all my stitching with me. It's a perfect opportunity. We've got a beautiful house to stay in Rothbury. And then on Sunday we are going to Cragside to go and have a look around the house. So yeah, so it's very, very exciting. Robert's coming with us as well, bless him. He was coming, he was going to originally be driving a minibus, but we're not going in a minibus now because you can't get minibuses for love nor money. But he still wants to come with us. He's going walking, and he says he's going to look after us. Not quite sure what that means, but anyway, we shall see. So that will be the big thing that I'll be posting about this weekend, and no doubt we'll be wobble gobbing about next week. So that's my wobble gob wellness, is spending time with friends, stitching, and just having something to look forward to. We've been looking forward to this since, oh crikey, I can't even remember when we started planning it. It was last year. We just all said, shall we go somewhere? So it was like, yes. So if this works and it all goes well and everybody gets some good feedback from it, it could be something that I start offering next year, maybe another little handmade retreat with a bit of stitching. So I'm not doing any teaching or anything like that. It's more about this sense of community and bringing people together that just love stitch, and you just bring projects and we're all going to be stitching and eating and drinking and talking and putting the world to rights and going to nice places and doing yummy things. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. So I will be doing a big probably wobble gob next week when I tell you all about that, but you'll be able to follow it on Instagram. I will have things on there. So I need to finish my breakfast. I need to do this. I need to go get packed, go do shopping, sort the kids out, make sure they can survive while we're not here. And that's it really. Finish my breakfast as well, have my cup of tea, bit of a tidy up. I think that's everything really. So happy Wednesday. I hope you're in a good place. If you're not, you will be. And time is a very, very good healer. It's amazing. You just have to be very kind to yourself and give yourself time. And life has ups and downs. And if you're on a down, hopefully there'll be an up coming along soon. Hopefully I've cheered you up a little bit as well. So thank you so much for joining me this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depending on where you are. And keep an eye out for everything that's going on. I'll try and remember to tag everything on the blurby bit, but no doubt I'll forget something. Just message me if I have, and I will see you next week. Mwah! Love and hugs.